Hi everyone, thanks for joining today's Salesforce Marketing Cloud online training. Okay, SFTechsoft we do provide both online training and job support related to Salesforce. Okay, today's some demo on Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Our trainer name is Ritvik. He has almost approximately 10 years of experience in Salesforce. Relevant, he has 6+ years of on Marketing Cloud. Okay, Ritvik, are you there?
Yes, Kishu.
Yeah, Ritvik, okay. I'm giving control to you. Now you can take the system control. You can stop the today session. Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ritvik, and I have overall 10 years of experience and 6 years of experience in Salesforce. So I have completed all the certification in Marketing Cloud, and I'm like a certified Salesforce Marketing Cloud developer, come trainer. Uh, I'm working in one of the reputed organization at this point of time. Before we move on to the course, a very warm welcome to all of you to the session. Before I start moving into the marketing cloud, let's talk about what is Salesforce, why we are going to learn Salesforce today, why the Salesforce is required, and why it is a high demanding tool at this point of time. So as most of you are aware of it, Salesforce is one of the world #1 CRM platform. When I say CRM, it's a customer relationship management platform, and it's been top for last 4 to 5 years, and its competitor are AWS, Adobe, Google, and so on. What is so when I talk about say #1 CRM platform, so everyone will have a question, what is a CRM? So as I said, a CRM is a customer relationship management tool, which is basically a kind of a tool uh, that help all the uh, service providers and all the companies to interact with their customers and store their data in a very perfect and designated manner. CRM is also help company to strategize their relationship and interactions with every potential customer. It help everyone to inform what is happening in the organizations, what new product a particular company is launching. All these things we can provide all this information to the customer via CRM. So Salesforce is using this particular CRM platform, and they design a product called as Salesforce itself. And it's a cloud-based. When I say cloud-based, when it means that all your database and everything is over the online. So there's nothing is stored in a particular database. Everything is stored in an online database. And it has different kind of clouds, like Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Financial Cloud, Marketing Cloud, and so on. So we'll be studying about Marketing Cloud today. But before we move on to the Marketing Cloud, let's talk about few things about Sales and Service Cloud. Sales Cloud and Service Clouds are kind of like a cloud which Salesforce has designed. This is this Sales Cloud is something like that. So for example, you are going to buy a new car into a showroom, like for example, a Hyundai showroom. So whenever you go to a Hyundai showroom and buy a new car, the people used to record your details and everything, all these details. So that the sales department, which is there in the showroom, they perform all their activity in the Sales Cloud to collect your information, to keep your information, how many times you have inquiry, all these details are stored in the Sales Cloud. Whereas Service Cloud, it is the service center of the Hyundai. So whenever you bought a car and you are going for servicings and everything, So you register. So they store all your service details of your car in the service cloud. Okay. So they have stored your details. They have like your sales details, like which car you want to purchase and what car you want to purchase. Every details of your is stored in sales and service cloud. But they are not communicated to you. So how they are going to communicate to you? So in this particular scenario, there comes the marketing cloud. Marketing Cloud is a platform or it's a CRM platform that's been designed by Salesforce with the help of Exact Target. So Marketing Cloud was initially was designed by the Exact Target, and Salesforce acquired Exact Target in 2007, and then they redesigned it according to their need. So uh, now it is called a Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Let's go back to our like example where we talk like uh, we went to the Hyundai showroom. The Hyundai showroom, like they store your data regarding their every sales of the customer in the sales cloud, and every service providing to their customer in the service cloud. Now, when they want to interact with their customers, in this place, the marketing cloud come into the picture, because marketing cloud is one of the thing which will be able to send an email or SMS or kind of like a push notification to any of their customers. So marketing cloud is a specialist CRM platform which is designed to interact or get any communications or information from the customers. So, like example, you send an email to the customer, and customer does not want to receive an email. Like most of our Indians, we have, okay, I don't want like so many sales calls, right? So we prefer to be in DND. So when I like Hyundai showroom sending out like emails or SMS, if you reply back to them that stop sending out the SMS or emails, so that is the time when the Hyundai people are capturing the information or the input given by their customer, what they exactly want. In this way, they channelized and they strategize their marketing strategy. Now, I said like Salesforce Marketing Cloud was initially developed by the Exact Target and was not developed by Salesforce. Then how we are going to interact with all the different platforms. Before moving on, more deep into the Marketing Cloud, so everyone might be having a question in their mind like, do I need to like learn something different? Do I need to learn CRM, or do I need to have like a coding skill to work in Marketing Cloud? Is there any prerequisites to learn like Salesforce or Salesforce Marketing Cloud? The answer is like no. There's nothing there. This is a like kind of like a tool which is like very user friendly, and it's kind of like a drag and drop all the thing. Okay. So we are going to, I'll walk you through how this tool looks like and what are the different drag and drop option is there. There is like option of like doing like configurations, drag and drop, all these things. Okay. As we are talking, like how we are going to interact with Sales Cloud or Service Cloud or any other cloud with Marketing Cloud when Marketing Cloud is built in in a different platform. So Marketing Cloud and Sales Cloud or Service Cloud are totally in different two platform. They interacted with each other through a connector called as Marketing Cloud Connector. So this particular cloud that you're seeing in between the orange cloud and the blue cloud, this light blue color is the Marketing Cloud connector. It is built on like set of like API calls which work automatically. We does not need to do anything. whenever we are like configuring the marketing cloud connector, everything get set up automatically. So there is an option that is called as manual setup and automated setup. If you are selecting like automated setup, like you just need to provide your user details and everything, and the connection gets set up between the marketing cloud and any other cloud in the Salesforce CRM. We doesn't need to bother about how the API call works and how everything works, because we are not going to see it like how this API call is been configured. And any and as soon as that connection is been set up between the marketing cloud and sales cloud via marketing cloud connector, the data start flowing from sales cloud to marketing cloud and from marketing cloud to Salesforce. Okay, now moving on. So whenever you log in into the marketing cloud account for the first time, you'll see like a beautiful white and blue and a orange stripe in the top color combination account. I feel it like very refreshing type of color, because white with the blue combination, that's very eye-catching. In the top right corner, you'll have your username and details, and next to it, you'll have your account details. When I said that account details, like we were talking like sometime back, like the Hyundai people, they have their sales cloud, service cloud. Now when they try to have a marketing cloud, so the account name will be Hyundai over here. So these are the studios, different studios that are like available in Marketing Cloud. And with help of this different kind of like studios, we are going to interact with our customer. Don't worry, we are not going to write any kind of like a code over here. So everything is a kind of like a drag and drop. We have to simply make all the configuration. We have to write like very like simple like templates for email, like email template for like having dynamic data. So whenever you want to pull some dynamic data, so we have to write some scripts, that's script functions. We are going to help you out that on that. Will provide you a AMP script document file so that you can like have a thorough expertise on your AMP script functions. But AMP scripts are very easy to write. So AMP script is only used in Marketing Cloud like for like having some dynamic value. Like you create one template and you use it in a multiple location. Like I created like a normal template. I want to use it for email. I want to use it for SMS. I want to use it for push notification. My first name will be changing every time, so I'll use a dynamic kind of like content over there. So for that, I want to use AMP script functions. So don't worry about the AMP script functions and how to write AMP scripts. We are going to help you out that on that area. Now, let's talk about like different studios and communicate with the customers via email or via SMS and push or via WhatsApp. So these are the four communication channels that are like available. So remember, there are like four: email, we send an email, we send an SMS, we send an like push notification, we send and like a WhatsApp message. The first one is like email. Email is one of the priority communication channel for every organization at this point of time. Why we are sending out emails? Because as I said like earlier, like most of the customer, they does not prefer like to receive call or SMS. I personally does not prefer receiving call from any of my like I have taken like service provider, like for banking, I have taken ICICI. For network service provider, I have taken Vodafone or any of the like company. I doesn't like to receive it. It's most of the cases by like almost like every customer that doesn't like to receive like calls. We might be busy in different activities when they're calling us. So at that point of time, sending out an email with latest informations and what are the new features that product is offering. For example, you have an account with ICICI. So ICICI like send an email, okay, Mr. So and so, you have a new offer for your account. You get a loan of around like 7% of interest, which is less than what we are previously giving, like 9%. So that's the information communication that ICICI want to communicate to their customers, right? So they send out an email because they doesn't want to bother their customers. And whenever we read that email, ICICI will come, okay, my customer has read that information that I have shared with them. So in this way, ICICI provide the information to their customer. We can also provide like information in real time. So for example, you do a transaction, like you pay your bills, your like mobile bills or your dish TV bills, or you do a make any payment in Amazon or Flipkart, you immediately get a transactional email that, okay, this so and so amount has been deducted from your account. That is called as like transactional. Okay. Because you're making a transaction. There is a money thing is happening. Like money is getting moving from your account to another account. That's a transaction process. The first example was an informational like email. Okay, customer like organization, they're trying to like provide information, that is called as promotional. So whenever information or something, or you're promoting about a particular product, that becomes a promotional email. Whenever you're doing a particular transaction, like sending out like information, like for example, you opened a account in one of the like bank, like Axis Bank, you get an email that is called as transactional email, because that's a like that's the information about your opening of account. Initially, let's understand, opening an account is a transactional email. When ICCI send an email regarding a product that is less than like as I talked, like now they're providing a loan at lesser percent, like of 7%, which was previously 9%. That's a promotional. They're promoting their product. We opened the account in Axis Bank or ICCI Bank. We are doing a transaction. We are like interacting. We are getting it like information. We of what activity we have done. That's a transactional email. Okay, so that's a difference between a promotional email and a transactional email. Now moving on to the mobile studio. Mobile studio consists of like three parts. The first one is like mobile connect, mobile push, and group connect. Mobile connect is nothing like SMS, sending out SMS to the mobile number. Whereas push notification is nothing but sending out push notification to the mobile devices. Whereas group connect is nothing like work as WhatsApp message. Let's talk about the first one, that is mobile connect. Mobile connect is, or in the mobile studio, is a module which help us to send out SMS to all our customers. Why we need to send out SMS? Like, for example, again, we'll take an example of a bank. So you go to an ATM machine, you do a like you try to withdraw an amount. You need to get an SMS, right? So that is called as transactional SMS, and you come to know, okay, this many amount has been deducted from my account. So similarly, kind of like one more example we can have for transitional is that you receive a one-time password in your phone to authenticate that is your account, or it's you only who is trying to log into the particular banking account, or to your any of your account like Facebook, or to any other account. The one-time password SMS, that is also a transactional SMS. Then what is a promotional SMS? It is same as the promotional email. whenever you receive an email like there's a big billion sale is happening in Flipkart on so and so date, that's a promotional SMS. So promotional and transactional communication are like same. The only difference will come when is that the promotional has like two type like email and SMS. Transactional also have like two type email and SMS. Mobile studio is also one of the potential studio in marketing cloud uh, because SMS is something which like every time people like review it. So if you want to like communicate some important information about a particular customer, a lot of organizations they prefer SMS over email because there will be a lot of emails in a day, and we never check our emails like every time, like every 1 hour or like half hour, but we check our SMS. Okay, so that's the reason mobile studio is high priority, like more valuable in marketing cloud than the email studio that every marketers prefer at this point of time. Next, moving on, like mobile push, which is the second module under the mobile studio. So mobile push is something kind of like a studio which help us to send us like a push notification. Like for example, you have your Facebook account. Someone like your profile. Someone like send you like a comment in your photo, or like someone like send you an SMS in your like Facebook Messenger. You get a notification like okay, so and so person has liked my profile pic and also commented in the pic. This is called push notification communication. Like you're getting a mobile notification. So in a, why then this is an example of it. Then how it can be used in like Axis Bank or like Hyundai showroom. So Axis Bank send out like a promotional push notification so that you'll get an aware. So if you have installed a Axis Bank application or a Hyundai application, they send a push notification. But you'll say that okay, I have installed push note like Axis Bank and Hyundai app in my phone, but I'm not getting the notification. If you're not getting the notification, it's because you have disabled your notification from the settings. So that's the reason you're not getting the notification. And most of the push notification will be like kind of like promotional. There's hardly like any transactional notification. Okay. So now you come to know that a promotional like communication channel will have majorly three types: email, SMS, and push notification. Whereas transactional will have only email and SMS. We talk about a lot about like how like why use email studio, why we'll use mobile studio. Now let's talk about how, where we need to design this one and how we can like design in a very easy way, very without like having a lot of putting a lot of effort to design a very user friendly interactive email or SMS message. Everything is done under the content builder. If you want to design your email, if you want to design your SMS, or you, even if you push notification, everything is been designed under the content builder. So content builder is one of the studio or one of the area in the marketing cloud where all kind of like design. You want to design a like picture based email, you can do it. If you want to design like simply text based, you can do it. Whatever format you want, you can do it. Everything is available as in drag and drop. It doesn't need to learn about like HTML or CSS. Everything is available via drag and drop. If you need to do like advanced level of content builder, then you might require like HTML, but that's not very tough. I can help you out like in like when we deep dive like how to write like HTML to make your email template or template to look very beautiful and eye-catching. But other than that, everything is like kind of like drag and drop. Simply you have to drag and drop a picture box, then select the picture whichever you want to use it, and upload that picture in the email template. That's done. Similarly, you can design SMS template, but in SMS, the most of the things are done through the like only text based, because most of the like SMS doesn't support picture, so it doesn't have picture option, only text based. Now you can design like text based like normally. I have a file of like 50 customer. I want to send it to email and SMS to all the 50 customer. If I design a email template or SMS template using text based, then I'll not be able to like say hello Mr. X, hello Mr. Y. Every time I cannot change the name. In such scenario, it's the dynamic content uh, coming to the picture. If you want to have dynamic content, there is an option in content build. Just drag and drop a dynamic content, and you select what is the like what dynamic content. So you select from the file. We need to have the first name. Okay. So that is the first name. So every customer, whatever their first name is, that will be pulled out. Here, this is an example where we doesn't need to write AMP scripts. Everything is designed by the Salesforce. They have this blog called as dynamic content blog, and just drag and drop, and it's done for you. So this how marketing cloud is useful for every marketers or everyone like to work in it. We talked about like email studios. We talked about like mobile studio. Now we talked about how to design emails and everything. We didn't talk about how to store data in Marketing Cloud, how the data is being stored in Marketing Cloud, because that is one of the more important thing, right? Without having data in Marketing Cloud, will not be able to send any emails or SMS. The data in Marketing Cloud stored in a similar fashion as table. The only difference is that the table is not called as like table, rather it is called as data extension in Marketing Cloud. And each data extension have different columns, different rows, and different like column name, and each column name is called a CS attribute. So data extension is equivalent to table name, attribute is equivalent to the column name. Like you'll have been like seeing like employee table, if you remember when you have like studied like SQL, or like you go to like normal like your school days when you have created your like attendance sheet. You'll have your first name, like all your people like student name, then in a column wise Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all this. This is a column name, right? So column name is attribute over here, and the attendance set is called as data extension. Very simple, right? It's that simple. And we does not need to write any code again, like to create any data extension. Simply we have to select to create data extension. We have to define the column names like first name, last name, employee number, other details like email address, mobile number, like for push notification, we need to have device ID. That as soon as we create the data extension, either we can like insert the data manually from the contact builder. So contact builder is another studio which we are going to study in coming slides. or we can import file directly into the data extension. So importing all the file uh, can be automated or can be also manual process. But if you want to write your data manually, then that's always the manual, but that's there's no automated. You have to go to the contact builder, you have to select the data extension, and you have to like you have to select add record and you have to insert the file. Whereas importing file can be like manually or automated. There are like now we created a data extension. Now moving on, like we talked about like contact builder. What is contact builder? Contact builder is one of the studio or one of the module in marketing cloud where we design or like structured our data extension, like how like we are not going to have one data extension. We might have like multiple data extension. Like this Hyundai showroom, they will have one data extension of their customer details. They will have one data extension of their what service they have provided to the customer. They will have one more data extension called as what car they have bought from the Hyundai. They will have multiple like data extension. Now we want to like design our data extension or like all the data extension in one place so that they interacted with each other properly. You might seen like tables getting designed, that is table designing, all these things. So content builder, contact builder, there's a tab called as data designer. So here we are going to design or uh, group our data extension or make them interact with different data extension in a such a way that can be useful in multiple places. For example, in Journey Builder or Automation Studio, that if we are going to study further, even if in Email Studio and Mobile Studio. So all these things are done in the data design. Now, in Contact Builder, there is also option called as data extension. So there we can like go into it and select the data extension and add the manually. Basically, there are like two places where we can figure it out, like what are the data extension are like available. One is Email Studio, the other one is the Contact Builder. In upcoming sessions, when we are going to more study about it, I'll walk you through how we can like differentiate between when we are going through into a particular data extension via Email Studio or via Contact Builder. We are going to discuss on this particular, because this is a very huge topic, like what is the advantage of using data extension from via Email Studio, and what is the advantage of using data extension via Contact Builder. There is no data extension option available on Mobile Studio. We can use the data extension that we have created in Email Studio or Contact Builder in Mobile Studio, or in the or in any of the part of the Mobile Studio, like Mobile Push or Mobile Connect or
హలో
WhatsApp or Group Connect.
అవునాక నేను ఒక క్లాస్లో ఉన్నాక నేను ఉదయం వండుకుని లేచిన తర్వాత
Sorry for the interruption. Please, can everyone be on mute? Okay. Now, we talked about like sending out emails, sending out SMS. Now we want to do something like automated, like everything. We'll just simply will do the designing by drag and drop, and we'll leave it like that. I don't want to be bothered like every time, like uh, to send an email. Like every day, I can come and like send an email. Okay, like for example, I have a file of like 100 customer, or like for example, Hyundai this year they have like 100 customer of file, So they want to send like birthday wishes to their customer when they have birthday. So you receive an email, right? Like whenever you bought a new car, and you say that okay, so and so on date is your birthday, and on that particular date you received a like email from the Hyundai saying the happy birthday, Razvai, or happy birthday so and so. I don't want to send an email. I don't want to check that particular. Okay, today is there anyone birthday? Tomorrow will be there in. I want to make it like automated. So for doing all this activity, we are going to use the automation studio. So we simply need to schedule it and like leave it like that. So what we are going to do in the automation studios and we are going to do in journey builders, these are the two studios that are available under automation studio. Let's talk about like what is automation, what are the so in automation studio we have the file. It will like trigger the emails on a particular day when your birthday is there, or like on a particular event when you'll schedule it like every run once. And like yeah, the first file is like in the data extension, it will check if today someone is birthday, then it will send an email. How it's going to check in automation studio? it, there is an option, our activity that is called a SQL query activity. SQL query activity is nothing called as writing SQL codes. It's just simply SQL codes. And just like select first name, last name, where birth date is equal to today. If birthday is equal to today, then send the email to that particular customer. If it's not today, then don't send an email. So this is one of the examples. What other things can be performed in automation studio? Like right now we had this 100 customers. For example, next year another set of like 100 customer where like they bought the car, or like every month like 100 customers they're buying the car. So we have this file in marketing, like in the data extension. We need to update the data in the data extension. So we need to import the data again. So import file activity is the option that is there in the marketing cloud, which will help us to import as soon as the sales department or service cloud, they place the file in a particular folder location, and this import file activity will import that file from that particular location to the data extension itself. Okay, doesn't need to do anything. As I suggested, like I'm a very lazy person. I don't want to do it. I'll set up all these things in one particular step. Like I'll have import file activity. So every day my automation will check if there's a new file. Okay, today there is no new file. Okay, I'll move on to the next file. Then the next activity is the SQL query activity. I'll check for if if anyone have birthday today in the data. I'll figure it. Okay, there is one more person have birthday. Okay. So what I'll do is like I'll send an email. Done. I'll schedule this automation to run every day at so and so hours. I'm done. I'm least bothered what is happening on this automation now, because everything will be taken care by now marketing cloud. So this is how simply how your task or your daily task can be made easy or automated via automation studio. There is a lot of other activities that we can perform in automation studio, like data extract activity. Like you want to understand if a particular customer have opened your email or your SMS is getting delivered or not. So you can use a data extract activity or SQL query activity again to get those details also. So there are like a lot of different kind of activities are there. So we are going to study when we deep dive more into the automation studio. Okay. We talked about automation studio, how it make our life easy by making everything automated. But why we are going to use journey builder? What is the difference of using journey builder and automation studio? So automation studio is something like is designed Like you give them a file, it will perform an activity. Done. So instruction is given. This is the instruction. It does not have the capability to do any kind of like manipulation or take a decision what to do. Like for example, I send an email. I like information like service reminder email. I send an email to my customer that, oh, Mr. So and so, you the service of your car is pending for this particular date, but customer didn't respond or customer didn't open the email, and we forgot to send out, or as like we designed our automation that to trigger 3 email per, but when a customer has already opened an email and we send an email and they open the email for the first time itself, so sending out like second email or third email is not necessary, right? We are wasting a time, or we are wasting some amount, or like we are sending a duplicate emails. So that is not correct according to the marketing strategy. So to avoid such scenario, the journey builder comes into the picture. Journey builder is a place, is kind of like dashboard which provide a drag and drop again user interface, and help us to plan our interaction with the customer. Like as I suggested, I used my data extension. I'll send the first email. There is After sending an email, after 3 days, I'll check if that particular customer has opened the email or not. If they have opened the email, then I'm not going to send out further communication. If that customer have not opened my email, then I'm going to send out the second communication. That is, I'll send out the second emails. Again, after sending out second emails, after 3 days, I'll check again. Like after 3 days or after 1 days, I'll check like if the customer have opened my email or not. If they didn't open my email, then I'll send the third communication. In this way, I'm like doing my strategy. I'm using my resources to that extent. Like if a customer is opening the email, then I'm not sending out second or third. If they're not opening, I'm sending out. Similarly, we can do it also through the SMS. Okay. This is one of the example why we need journey builder. Now, the other example is that in automation, all the data are like static. Like whatever are there in the file, like for example, you have the file, the SQL query activity is checking the file who have birthday today. While it is checking, if I go and update the email address, like ritvik@gmail.com was the initial email address when the SQL query was checking. Before sending out the email, I updated in the file manually that my email address has been changed from ritvik@gmail.com to ritvik123@gmail.com. In such scenario, the new email address will not get captured by the automation studio, and it will continue to send out the email to the old email address. Whereas in Journey Builder, we have an option to send out to the what while it is sending the email, it will check what is the email address is there at time of send in the data extension. That is called as dynamic sending, like dynamic value. We can like have an option in Journey Builder to use either static value or a dynamic value. So before any kind of email send, it will just check what is there and it will send out. Where automation will never go back and check what he have received for the first time while the automation got activated. It will have that file data. Like all the data that is flowing in the automation will be static. In Journey Builder, it can be static and it can be dynamic. So that is the difference between a Journey Builder and automation. And you have to keep yourself, you have to keep in this mind that when to use automation and when to use Journey Builder, because those two work very similar to each other, but Journey Builder has add-on advantage. But every time we doesn't need to have Journey Builder, because like today I got a file of like all the new customers who have like opened their account. I just simply want to send an email. Done. That one will be an automation to be process, not a Journey Builder process. Why should I create a Journey Builder process when I can do it like select the data extension, send email activity, done. That's an easy process in automation. When I'm manipulating or like interacting with the like data or with the customer, then I'm going to use the Journey Builder. So keep this in mind when to use automation and when not to use automation. Okay. Okay. In the end, like as we cover like all the major thing in the marketing cloud. So marketing cloud is just a digital marketing hub for all the organization, all the marketers, and it provides one of the best features to every marketers or every innovative who try to build or design their communication channel with every one of their customers and try to provide information or like any kind of like communication to their customers. So Salesforce Marketing Cloud is one of the like CRM platform which provide a seamless, user-friendly drag and drop option to all the marketers to use it and communicate with their customers. That's all about Marketing Cloud. Any questions? Okay, now does anyone have any questions regarding the Marketing Cloud? Why they want to learn it, Marketing Cloud? What is the helpful, what is the advantage of Marketing Cloud? So you might be have like a lot of question in your mind, like so. No question from anyone? Or if like if anyone are talking, they are on mute.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. Okay. So there is no question from anyone. Okay, Ritvik, let me stop today's session. Okay. Thanks everyone. Thanks for joining. Okay. The regular classes will be starting from day after tomorrow. Okay. Wednesday. As in, okay, highest Indian Standard Time. Okay. If you want to enroll, please contact the svtechsoft. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.